Hi, my name is Kara, and 2 days ago my husband asked me if I could make a baby blanket for an auction that they were having to benefit the Education Foundation at school. They buy extra things that just aren't in the budget, so I thought, okay, I can do this. I'm up to the challenge. So I'm calling this an emergency baby blanket. Not that the blanket itself is used for emergencies, but it's kind of an emergency that I have to make this in such short notice. I only have 10 days now to get it done. So this is what I'm going to do. I found this little blankie on Pinterest. It's black and white, and it has a white border and pink flowers, and my phone's going to quit any second. So that's what I'm going to make. So let's do it. So here's our fabric. These two I've had already from my personal stash. And then I bought a half a yard, this, and this. A full yard of this, and 3 yards of this for the back and the border, or the binding. Okay, I've cut all the fabrics, all of the different fabrics, into 9-inch squares, and we've laid them out in a diagonal pattern that's 5 by 5. Now I'm going to sew them together. I'm just going to sew one row at a time, and then sew the rows together, and I'll take a 1/2-inch seam allowance. I've sewed the rows together, and now I need to sew the rows to each other. And it went really fast. It only took about 10 minutes probably. I've made these blocks 9 inches because that's a lot less sewing. Usually I make my blocks 5 inches each. Okay, so I got the top all finished. It needs ironed. A really good ironing job. And I cut a back piece to go on the back. It's a few inches longer on each side than the whole quilt is. I still have a lot of pink left over. I really overestimated my pink there. I put a white border around the edge right there, but I didn't like it, so I took it back off, and this will fit better. It'll be a little bit smaller blanket, but that's okay. Now what I've done is I've found some little printable templates that I'm going to use for patterns for my flowers that I'm going to put coming out of the corner. And I'm going to use the pink, and I'm going to use this stuff called Heat and Bond. I'm just going to trace the flowers onto one side here, onto the papery side, and then this side has some texture, so I'll iron that onto the back of the pink, the wrong side of the pink. Then cut them out and iron them onto the quilt. I think I'll just make them kind of coming out of the corner a little bit. So here I have 11 little flowers. They're so cute. And here's one. They all have this paper backing on them, so I can just tear off the backing. See, it's kind of shiny. Then you can just iron it right on where you need to go. It's the same color as my fingernails. There's one that I've already pulled off. I love this quilt. It's going to be really hard to give it away. Okay, so I ironed the flowers on, and then I made black circles to go in the middle of all those flowers. Oh, this is going to be too cute. Now I have to zigzag all these little flowers on. It's going to be really hard. It'll take a lot of time, but I can do it. That was really hard, and it did take a really long time. My back is breaking. I flipped it over so you could see the outlines of the flowers that I did. Now it's time to put it on the quilt frames. Okay, here's the quilt on its frame. We have the pink back, the stuffing, batting, and the top. And I am just going to hand quilt, here's my finger, the little lines, the little grid, and I'm going to maybe go around all of these flowers and then take it off and bind it. So I finished all of this stitching. You can really see my stitches with that black contrasting on the pink. That's okay. So I stitched around all the flowers, and I stitched all the straight parts too. So now I need to go through and cut off this extra batting so that I can fold the pink over and hand stitch it, and it'll be all done. Yay! Yay, it's all done, and I love it. I hope it brings a lot of money for the auction, for the fundraiser. Thanks. Bye.